Published a post earlier today discussing my stock, bond, and treasury bill trades over the past week. Some first mortgage bond purchases and stock trades made prior to today will be discussed in my next post. I have been buying more first mortgage bonds issued by operating utility companies and discussed several of those purchases in today's post. This is May 23rd, 2025. I had placed two preconditions on selling a stock or stock fund after the recent trigger event in my Vix model that formed what I call an unstable Vix pattern, which is characterized mostly by a whipsaw pattern in the Vix with temporary movement below 20 and then back into the high 20s or higher, that would be accompanied by a market sell-off after a recent rally that was accompanied the VIX movement down below 20. This is a pattern based on history. The first condition was that the VIX had to be moving below 20, and the second condition was that anything sold had to be at a price higher than the closing price on February 19th, 2025, when the S&P hit its all-time high. The VIX is no longer moving below 20, so I am prevented by this trading rule from selling stock or stock funds. I am supposed to start increasing my stock and stock fund buying when the VIX spikes into the high 20s, and then accelerate the buying some when and if the VIX spikes higher. I am reluctant to do that since I do not have to take stock risk. The VIX will spike higher today based on two, quote, Truth Social messages published by Trump. Trump stated that he would impose at least a 25% tariff on all Apple phones that are not manufactured in the U.S. I view this as part of the Republican plan to increase prices paid by U.S. consumers through tariff taxes, raising significant funds thereby so that rich people do not have to have their taxes increased. The second message that Trump sent is that exports from the EU countries will be taxed at 50% starting on June 1st, 2025. Apparently, the EU has not bent a knee and kissed our dear leader's ring yet. In several recent videos and in my blog as well, I have emphasized that investors were far too complacent about what Trump would do when a foreign country refuses to bend to his will. What happens today in the stock market is just a reminder that the conditions for market volatility with significant risk to the downside remain.